In the beginning of the film, we are introduced to a boy named Light who is at his school. Suddenly, the weather changes and the winds start blowing. Out of nowhere, a notebook falls from the sky and Light discovers it. Intrigued, he carefully examines the notebook and decides to keep it. It starts raining and he witnesses a student teasing another boy. Light intervenes and tries to stop the mischief, but ends up getting punched in return. He falls to the ground and his teacher discovers the home assignments of other students in his bag. It turns out that Light has been secretly helping his classmates with their assignments. Unfortunately, this act of kindness lands him in trouble and he is sent to the principal's office. As a punishment, Light is isolated in a room. Sitting alone, he remembers the ancient notebook and decides to read it. To his surprise, it is not an ordinary notebook, but a book filled with rules and regulations. It becomes clear that this notebook belongs to a different time. As Light delves deeper into the contents of the notebook, mysterious events start to unfold. During his examination, he notices something strange. It's not a human being, but some kind of creature with a menacing presence and a body covered in pointed surfaces. Light is terrified by this creature, but later realizes that it is actually a death spirit and the true owner of the notebook. The death spirit reveals the reality of the notebook to Light and explains that certain notes in the book are called death notes. The person who possesses this notebook becomes its owner. Anyone whose name is written in a death note will soon meet their demise. The owner of the notebook has the power to kill anyone they choose. Light has the ability to specify the method of killing in the notebook. Once the statement is written, the victim will die accordingly. Encouraged by the death spirit, Light observes a mischievous boy through his room window. This boy had previously teased and hit Light. Convinced by the death spirit, Light writes the boy's name in the notebook, specifying that his head will be crushed. Suddenly, the scene changes and two cars collide, causing the boy's head to be crushed by the iron ladders in one of the cars. Everyone, including Light, is left in shock witnessing the event. Seeing this, Light begins to believe that the information provided by the death spirit is indeed true. Fear grips Light as the death spirit informs him of the countless possibilities that can be achieved with the notebook. The death spirit offers to pass on the ownership of the notebook if Light no longer wishes to possess it. Afterward, Light returns to his house where his father, a detective, is present. It is revealed that a criminal had killed Light's mother a few years ago. However, the criminal was able to roam freely due to lack of evidence, causing a strain in the relationship between father and son. Light expressed his anger towards his father, accusing him of not seeking justice for his mother. This situation constantly upset Light. However, Light came up with an idea. He could write the name of the criminal in the death note, and so he did just that. He wrote down the criminal's name, and soon after, the criminal mysteriously died while celebrating with his friends. Both the father and son were satisfied upon hearing the news of the criminal's death. Light had finally avenged his mother, and their relationship began to mend. As Light sat at school, he pondered how he could use the power of the notebook for good. It was during this time that his close friend, Mia, approached him. Mia was someone Light trusted, so he revealed his secret to her, the existence of the mysterious book that could cause anyone whose name was written in it to die. However, Mia was skeptical and doubted its authenticity. To prove its power, Light demonstrated by writing the name of the killer in the death note, caused him to meet his demise in a car crash, just as he had written. Mia was left astonished by what she witnessed. Together, they decided to use their newfound power to rid the world of the most evil individuals. Criminals, murderers, and other dangerous people. They compiled a list of these individuals by easily finding their names and faces on the internet. Slowly but surely, these evil people began to meet their fate. It was also revealed that the owner of the notebook had control over the dying person's actions before their death. Light took on the name Kira and would write it whenever someone died. The name Kira has struck fear into the hearts of the evilest people, causing them to reconsider their wrongdoings. This news of a serial killer who targets criminals has quickly spread worldwide. Some individuals even support Kira and believe that this is the solution to rid the world of evil. The police are determined to find this killer, but there is no evidence against a person named Light, making it difficult to identify him. To aid in the investigation, an intelligent investigator named L is hired. L is known for his sharp mind and always hides his true identity. Meanwhile, Light and Mia are living a satisfied life, having already killed over 400 people. However, during a meeting, L L challenges Kira to reveal himself. As an intelligent individual, L delves deep into the case to uncover the truth. He also enlists the help of Light's father, who is a detective, in order to catch Kira as soon as possible. Light and Mia become worried when they realize that they may be caught, as L is suspicious of them and has access to their father's data. To keep a close watch on Light, L assigns an agent to monitor his activities. Light tries to remain calm, but Mia becomes upset when she notices his lack of interest in the notebook they have been using. She enjoyed the power it gave them, but Light is now more concerned about the consequences they may face. L was proving to be a major obstacle for both Light and Mia in their pursuit of justice. Despite their strong desire to eliminate him, they were unable to do so. This was mainly because they had no knowledge of his true identity or even what he looked like. The notebook they possessed, which dictated that the names of all agents investigating Kira be written down, only added to their frustration. It meant that other agents could potentially be targeted by Kira, and they were left with no choice but to reluctantly close the case. Mia suggested a solution, but Light was hesitant, as he did not want to take innocent lives. Eventually, Mia had to agree with Light. On the other hand, L discovered that Kira only targeted individuals whose faces and names were known to him, as evidenced by the victims shown on TV. A shocking incident occurred when all the agents involved in the case committed suicide by jumping off a building. These agents were not named by Light, so who was responsible? The situation became even more dire as Kira had previously only targeted the most evil individuals, earning him the reputation of a hero. But now he had killed police officers, turning him into a dangerous threat capable of taking anyone's life. Light was deeply troubled by this turn of events and sought answers from the death spirit. However, the spirit denied any involvement, stating that someone else had written those names. Light's father, in a bold move, challenged Kira during a seminar, urging him to stop killing innocent people and to face him if he had the courage. Both Mia and Light watched this news unfold, with Mia demanding that Light write his father's name in the notebook. However, Light was torn, as he couldn't bring himself to kill his own father. Meanwhile, L continued to investigate, trying to determine whether Kira would go as far as killing Light's father or not. However, it doesn't happen that way. Light's father is still alive, so L's suspicion of Light turns into belief. Since Light is also a detective working on the case, he didn't become a victim of Kira. Therefore, Kira is none other than Light himself. As a result, L confronts Light at night, attempting to extract the truth from him. L also interrogates Light, revealing his true identity. L says, "Stop doing it now," but Light leaves, ignoring him. Now, they must take action to prevent this problem. Light contemplates how to keep L out of his way. He says, "I have seen L's face, and his real name will surely be known by his friend." Light writes down L's friend's name in the notebook, gaining control over him. Another rule of the notebook is revealed. The person's name page can be burned to ensure their safety. However, the death spirit warns Light that this can only be done once. Now, L's friend is under Light's control, but he is unaware of L's real name. Light orders him to find out L's real name no matter what. L's friend suggests that L used to visit an academy, so his real name might be in his documents there. Light immediately asks him to go to the academy. However, L becomes suspicious when he realizes his friend is missing. He understands that Light has also taken control of his friend to find out his real name. L is distressed by this and goes to Light's house without informing anyone. He tells Light's father, "Your son is the real Kira. He's the one who made my friend disappear." But Light is not suspected because there is no evidence against him. L discovers nothing in their house when they search for it, not even the ancient notebook. It turns out that Mia had taken it with her. Later, Light receives a call from L's friend who informs him that they have arrived at the academy. However, they don't have much time left. L's friend is about to reveal a name, but when Light checks the notebook, the page with the name is missing. It seems to have disappeared just as he was about to burn it. Unfortunately, L's friend dies before revealing the name. Light is devastated by this news. Later, at a dance party, reveals a secret. She confesses to tearing out the page with L's friend's name and also admits to writing the names of agents in the notebook. To make matters worse, she reveals that she has written Light's name in the notebook as well. She flirts with him, saying she will burn the page with his name if he hands over the notebook to her. Mia is trying to manipulate him to get the book. Upon learning about his friend's death, L makes every effort to capture Light, Light. Eventually, L manages to catch him, but when he asks a cook for help, the cook knocks him out because he is actually a defender of Kira. Light takes Mia with him as they escape. They end up on a swing and are caught by the police. Meanwhile, Light pleads with Mia not to touch the notebook if she loves him, suggesting that they can fix things together. However, Mia greedily disagrees and takes the notebook from Light. Light realizes that she has made a mistake and tells her that she has wronged him. Upon hearing this, Mia understands that Light must have written her name in the notebook. Both of them collapse as their names were on the pages of the notebook. Mia dies on the spot while Light falls into the water. Later, Light is shown in the hospital in a coma. Meanwhile, more criminals start dying. People begin to suspect that L had suspicions about Light before he went into a coma, and people are still losing their lives. It is then noticed that a page gets torn from the notebook while Mia and L were falling off the swing. The torn page is then set on fire. Interestingly, the page had the name Light written on it. Light had acted wisely by realizing that Mia had written his name in the notebook. In response, he wrote in the book that Mia would die if she tried to retrieve it from him. Additionally, he mentioned that the page with his name would be burned. Light himself would fall into the water, and he had also listed the names of the most wicked individuals in the notebook. A corrupt doctor renders Light unconscious, rescuing him from the water. Later on, the same doctor takes possession of the notebook and writes down the names of many evil people. Eventually, he brings the notebook to Light, who has awakened from his coma. Meanwhile, L is eliminated, but he manages to discover Mia's house for the last time and obtains the names of deceased police officers. Consequently, all accusations are directed towards Mia. Light has fully recovered and regained control of the notebook. However, he has learned a valuable lesson to never trust anyone again. The movie concludes with this scene.